Welcome back, everybody, to an old series that I haven't done in a while where I rate One Piece arcs. I'm getting way close to the ending of the show, and I want to try and give you a little bit more of a recent reaction compared to when I watched these arcs long ago and was rating them months later. So I need to try and pump these out, so let's get it done. Today, we are reviewing Skypiea. First things first, I want to point out, Skypiea is canon, and if you skip Skypiea, I see how you move, and you're not a true One Piece fan. Yeah, I said it. You're not a true One Piece fan. Nope. Now, at the time of watching Skypiea, if you haven't watched further into One Piece, you may think Skypiea is relatively useless, and that's how I felt too. I still thought it was a good arc. I thought the jokes were great. The use of dials and things like that was very interesting. The whole idea with God and Neru, all of that was super good. So, at the time, I was like, they made this peak arc, and they didn't do anything with it. Now we know that's not true at all. The only issue I have with this arc, which is like most other arcs at this time of One Piece, is that it drags out for so long. The beginning and the end are fantastic, but the middle is awful, and Luffy is stuck inside of a snake for 15 episodes, and I can't take it. One thing that I talk about often with my brother is that Eneru is probably one of the most OP characters in One Piece, and the fact that he was using what we didn't know was observation haki at the time, using observation haki and his Logia fruit to enhance his observation haki was absolutely insane. And we don't see that again until when Luffy uses Gear 4, I think. Yeah. Luffy uses his Gear 4 to enhance his armament haki, vice versa, to make him super bouncy, and I don't really know any other time other than Eneru where someone did something like that, other than just flat out making their haki stronger. I will say it's worth it because it's One Piece, but that was definitely a little bit of plot armor that Luffy was immune to Eneru's attacks. He definitely was going to wipe out the entire Straw Hat crew, and Luffy's journey was definitely going to end in Skypiea. Another thing that we get to see is that Usopp uses dials to make himself stronger and a more compatible fighter. Now, it may be something that happened after Skypiea, but I don't really care. I still count it as Skypiea, and that's definitely something good for Usopp. Overall, I give Skypiea a 7 out of 10. See you guys in the next one.